So, yet another blog. There are people watching my blog. First of all, thank you to you people. Uh, I have lots of stuff to talk about, so I'll just keep on keeping on while I do other projects. I'm gonna do another um, Van, the guy with bald hair and the funny mustache uh, that I did. That was part of a clip that I did earlier in the year, like a month or so ago. I'm gonna do another one of those immediately after I record this. So if you see me with a mustache and a beanie on in the next vlog, you know why. Because my hair is untidy. Okay, what I'm going to talk about today is, first of all, day zero was the inspiration to speak about today. Um, and just not only about day zero per se, because government chicanery and manipulation of the population happens in so much more than just day zero, but it was a bit blatant with day zero because so much money was pumped into awareness campaigns and into efforts to get the population to fix a problem that was the government's fault. We all know that the government was told about the water shortage quite a long time before it became a hectic problem, and they did nothing about it. So I'm sort of in two minds when it comes to the day zero lie. The first part is that yes, there is a problem, but number one, it could have been prevented. Number two, the problem is not as big as we, the public, were made to believe. Number three, we were hence taken for a ride and we had to do all of these things, save water, change our lifestyle. A lot of people invested in tanks and things like that, people that have houses, people that have businesses. All because the government didn't plan and then they took advantage of this crisis that happened. Because how was day zero imminent, as in it's going to happen a month from now all the time, and then suddenly just magic, it's gone away? The article I skimmed over the other day said that day zero won't happen next year either. No crap, because you guys have been skitting pillar to us the whole time. And look, you as a person, as a taxpayer, as the public, you just have to deal. You have to change your whole entire lifestyle. You have to save water because that's what we were told to do. And now we've done such a good job about it that the tariffs were hiked. That is so dumb. That is so insanely dumb. But it is keeping in place with the consumer always being taken for a pop, taken for a ride. We have to swallow all of the things that's thrown at us. We need to save. We need to cut corners. Things are increasing the whole time, but our salaries stay the same. And we just have to keep on surviving. And the government is spoiled because we are a resilient bunch, and that's what we do. We survive, we work, we have side hustles, we save, we try to have initiative, new ways to do things just to make ends meet every month. And while we are scraping our butts along the floor every month, just need to make it to the end of the month. The absolute opulence of everyone in parliament and everyone in government it's nauseating. It maakt me nar. Because government would not be so full of people wanting to work at government and getting tenders and getting MP positions and things like that if the money was more aligned to what South Africa can afford. South Africa can't afford to have these insane amount to pay these people these insane amounts of money, and people in government already earn so much, but then they still scallum on top of it. Yeah, I'm really enjoying living in Gordons Bay where I am currently situated. And I would really like to buy a house, and the houses aren't that expensive. The houses and flats aren't that expensive. It starts from about 600K up to about 1.5. That's very affordable in today's scheme of things. But because I am single, I do not have that hashtag dual income life. It's virtually impossible for me to do it, barring some miracle work of a deity up above, that I will get that sort of money available, because it's like everything of value is priced just outside the reach of a plebeian, normal sort of person that is working and grinding. Whereas people in government and the foreigners that invest in South Africa are getting all of these things at a steal, and you feel a little bit aggrieved. You feel a little bit indignant when it comes to things like this, because you just feel like you're working all the time, and nothing is breaking for you. The minute that you get this done, and then something else comes, and then you get that sorted, then something else comes, and it's very demoralizing for the normal citizens. I know it's not only me. There's so many people that are, you just feel, I can't just get ahead. And then things like this happen with Day Zero, where we were taken for a fool. The same thing happened with Eskom, where we were told, save electricity. Ads on TV, it's time now to save electricity because the usage of the grid, blah, 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 blah. What did we do? We saved electricity, and then they hike up the electricity bills as well. Just last month, now and this month, my electricity's gone up by over 100 rand, and I switch off plugs, I switch off geysers. I don't even have any heat generating like heaters or electric blankets or anything like that. And the taxpayer is just being rammed the entire time. And it's, what can we do? Because the government is lying to us with things like Day Zero, things like the load shedding, which was also their issue, because they also knew about the power that would be an issue, that the grid would come under pressure from just, there's so much people relying on the grid. The wind in Gordons Bay is crazy all year long. Why is there not a power plant for wind electricity here in Gordons Bay? Let me just do a check quickly. I just want to make sure I'm not going over time, because I can feel my bors like warm hier so. Why is there not a wind plant here in Gordons Bay? Why? It would negate the need, or would negate lots of the need for Gordons Bay to ever run out of power. Plans like that should be put into place. Sustainable energy and renewable energy plans should have been put in place years ago already. But if the government will stop wasting money on unnecessary expenditure and lavish lifestyles, and I just read an article, let me just go here quickly. I read an article on My Broadband today, which is a very cool website that always has really cool news about everything and anything. You pay R1.93 for every litre of petrol to the Road Accident Fund, and it uses this money to rent a chair at 1,666 Rand per month. And then in the article, they go on saying that the offices that is almost entirely funded by our money from the petrol levy, they have a contract to rent 300 chairs at just under 500,000 Rand per month in its Menlyn office. And then they go on to say that the Road Accident Fund is technically insolvent, and the report stated that it made a loss of 34.7 billion Rand last year. This was despite it collecting 33.3 billion Rand in revenue in the same year. And it's also failing to pay road accident victims, which is the point of the Road Accident Fund. So then we mentioned Eskom earlier. The article continues to speak about how Eskom did a similar thing in 2017 when the Treasury approved a 24 million Rand contract to buy 9,000 plus office chairs last year. And it turned out that they only needed about 500 chairs and not over 9,000. So it's just, I think South African people are used to taking so much crap. We needed to do our parents needed to do it during apartheid. Now we need to do, obviously, what we are going through is not as traumatizing and as damaging as apartheid, but this bullcrap is not conducive to a positive future, because there's only a small percentage of the population that is benefiting from the wonderful resources of the country and the taxpayers' money, whereas the rest, to hell with you all. Look, in the same breath, I don't agree that we should all be getting free stuff. Add back quickly. Luna, I can't talk if you're making a noise, my angel. Do you want to come say hello on the video? Yeah. Now come quickly, quickly. I don't have a lot of time. Run, then back to nap time, okay? Yeah. Say hello there to the camera. Say hello. There.
Hello.
And now go back to nap. Go. Yeah. So I don't agree with the whole thing. Everyone should just get everything. You get free this, free that, free. It's never gonna work. But the consumer, the taxpayer, definitely needs a bit more assistance. You can't have houses being priced out of our reach, cars being priced out of our reach, petrol being priced out of our reach. How are we supposed to survive? No wonder there are so many corrupt and stuff going along, because people just can't make ends meet. And not everyone has the moral rigidness of staying on the straight and narrow to get to where they want. We are sold a lifestyle, a certain lifestyle that we should be living. And even though that lifestyle is also silly, to live in opulence, just a normal practical lifestyle, have a house, have a car, have enough to eat for you and your family, have enough for school fees and education, just that sort of a lifestyle is already so difficult to attain, because the resources are not being managed properly in the country. So, yeah, what can we do as a country, as a taxpayer? I don't know. Maybe you can tell me. What can we do when everything is increasing the whole time and the money that is being paid to people is not increasing? How do you bridge that gap? How do you survive? How do you live? So I can tell you, yeah, next election, just vote, and that's going to make a difference. But will it though? Because politicians is just a different flavor of poison that you're picking. Because they know if they are in the government, they sorted. To hell with the rest. That's why just before election time, that's when the food parcels and the things will be handed out. But when all the dust settles, you're still on your own. You still have to sort it out. You still have to sort your life out. So yes, of course, when elections comes, make sure that you vote. You can't complain about the ANC being in power or this being in power if you don't make a vote, but it's just very defeating, because I'm not sure where the change is going to come, because at the moment there are too many people that need all the resources, and a large section of those people don't want to work for those things because they've been promised things. Even if you are given a house, if I'm given a flat here in the complex that I live now, for free, 800,000 Rand flat for free, I'm still going to have to pay rates and levies of 1,400 Rand up to 2,000 Rand every month. I'm still going to have to pay electricity. I'm still going to have to pay water. I'm still going to have to buy food. So free stuff is not the solution. Equipping people with the skills needed to get a better job, and then getting those jobs to those people is, I think, maybe where a long-term solution might be. Like, try our best to educate the kids now so that when they grown up, they can be in a better job than we may be working in now. I don't know. As I'm speaking, every word I'm saying, I'm finding pitfalls and holes in what I'm saying. But again, we have to figure out the solution for ourselves, because government's not going to want to change. They're not going to want to change anything because they're sitting pretty. The whole happy lot. So what will you do? What are your suggestions to prevent something like the day zero shenanigans and the load shedding ESCOM shenanigans from harming us as the taxpayer? Because it's not just easy. Not anyone can go into power and change everything, but we can do better. We have to do better for the future.